Here we are at the FGCB KOF Fall League 2022 match between Galland and Eddie Anguiano. Will be starting in just a second here. I've told the competitors to begin, and they are starting. It's going to be a great match. Got Galland with a very strong Elisabeth, Eddie, very strong Yuri, and some other characters. Gonna have to see how this goes.
Select order.
So we've got Eddie going with Ryu, Meitenkun, and Geese. Galland going with his Elisabeth, Yashiro, and Shermie. Very strong with all of these characters. Been on the receiving end of that Yashiro quite a few times. And that Elisabeth, very strong neutral, take off a lot of health. But Eddie's been labbing his Geese, and we're going to see how this goes. Geese, very strong counters, very good character, not the easiest to use. And Meitenkun definitely needs some knowledge matchup to be able to fight him. So we've got Shermie coming in on point. Yeah, Shermie's a character I like to run on point personally. She's generally used on anchor, but I feel like on point, her strong neutrals and her grabs and just general game plan is really hard for the opponent to deal with, I think, with meter. So we've got Eddie with Ryo, very good defensive character. Lots of defensive techniques, but without a lot of meter, it's not clear like how much Ryo is able to do right now. Does have a lot of potential though, so we'll have to see. I've seen Ryo mostly been used on as an anchor just because with multiple bar you could do so much damage. So we got an even match going here so far. And Ryo definitely turned it around. But Shermie can do a lot of damage in a pretty short amount of time. So Shermie taking that, going in, but pretty even though. Eddie's definitely got a chance here.
Now or never. Ready? Go!
So we got Meitenkun coming here, very unorthodox character. Coming in with the charge. We're going to have to see if Galland can figure out the puzzle of Meitenkun. That's something that our meta has been having some issues with. Trying to figure out how to deal with Meitenkun's anti-air, his, for lack of a better word, a dragon punch. I know it's not actually a punch, you know, it's just kind of this aura he puts up. Anti-air aura. And all of those pillows coming at you all the time, including that EX pillow, which travels at the speed of light. Galland bringing in Yashiro, very hard-hitting character. Doesn't need a lot of hits to end you, honestly. Oh, good. Looks like we were having some technical difficulties there, but it unfroze. And now we're going again. We got a fairly even match here, but we have to see if it's going to be hard for Yashiro to get in on that Meitenkun, but once he does, if he can just get a few hits, he can convert that to massive damage. So far, Galland seems pretty comfortable fighting Meitenkun. Might have prior experience fighting him, which is something not a lot of people have. But yeah, Galland looks like might be following the right strategy, which is trying to whiff out that Dragon Punch, which I'll keep using Aura. For lack of a better word, I'll just say Dragon Punch, DP. Even though he's sitting, because he doesn't actually like jump or anything. But Galland's Elisabeth is very strong. I gotta say, Galland's Elisabeth is the Elisabeth I strive for. I've been playing Liz for months, and I really love her. I love all of her moves. I love the way her style, outfit, quotes, everything. But you've got to get these combos down, which Galland has really got down well. Do massive damage with just landing a hit with Elisabeth. Neutral's not always the easiest sometimes, in the sense that she has very strong neutrals, but her approach angle is very linear. But once she does get in, and once she lands that hit, she can convert to pretty huge damage. But we're going up against Geese here. Geese has got counters, he's got projectiles. We're gonna have to see how this matchup goes. I'm not sure if I've seen this matchup between Galland's Liz and this Geese. I think I have fought Geese as Elisabeth before, but haven't seen Galland as a Liz fighting against Geese before. Geese can seriously put the heart on if he gets you. He can also grab you off the ground and counter, so we're gonna have to see how this goes. Got the QM, but it was blocked. Oh, but somehow that super was not blocked, and we're going into climax. This is gonna hurt bad. But Geese has still got 4 bars. He might be able to do something. He has an unblockable climax. If Galland's not careful, he might be able to get that off. Geese going into QM, but it's blocked. That's the thing about QM. If it's blocked, you've wasted 2 bars of power. That's precious resource. Got Geese playing defensively here, but Geese has got that counter. It could potentially counter things if Liz tries to come in. Got Liz going for... I see Galland thinks exactly like I do when I'm trying to close out a round with Elisabeth. I throw out the EX Fireball. That's the round closer. It does so much chip damage. Got Galland taking that first round. Very close match. Couldn't have been any more tense. Going into next round, I don't think there's going to be any changes. But they might.
Round 1.
Got both people going in with their same characters now. Yeah, Shermie making use of that unblockable grab. I love using that thing. It's not foolproof, but it's really strong if you mix it in. Has a lot of applications. We got Ryo being pretty dominant this round. Shermie trying to turn it around. But Ryo took it that round. We're gonna have to see, is this match gonna go the other way? Once again, we see Ryo doing a lot of work here, but Yashiro just needs a few hits to do that damage. He just needs to get in and do that damage. He just needs a fit, 1 hit, convert to probably half a life bar wiped. But Ryo's pretty good at defense. Might be able to keep Yashiro out. Eddie's being very careful. Try to keep that Yashiro out. An even round so far, but definitely got Eddie with the advantage. I think Eddie is playing this knowing that he's up on life, and he just needs to keep Galland doing too much damage. But once Yashiro gets going and gets us pounding, it's really hard to stop him. So now we're going into this round with both competitors having decent amount of meter. We've got 3 for Meitenkun, 2 for Galland. I'm not 100% sure what Meitenkun can do with lots of meter. I haven't seen him using it a whole lot. I mostly see him relying on that Dragon Punch and the pillows coming out at you. But we're going to see if Eddie starts using some of that meter to do some damage to Yashiro. That charging punch overhead by Yashiro is pretty hard to react to for Meitenkun. Meitekun's relying on being able to put up his shield. That vertical pillow is one of the better moves in the game, I think. Really anti-airs. It's really difficult. I mean, it requires a read, knowing that they're going to jump probably, but for Meitenkun, you know, Meitekun's mostly turtling, so I think that read is not really a huge issue. This is interesting. We're going to see, can Elisabeth do the work of two characters, even though as strong as Galland's Elisabeth is. There we are. That's the powered move that I was talking about. So we see Eddie kind of strategically advancing, using that power to do a lot of damage to Elisabeth and then retreating. It's all on Elisabeth now, Galland's Elisabeth, to get in on Meitenkun and start trying to convert that 4-bar into damage. Galland's really good at that cross-up with Elisabeth. He's really good at crossing people up and converting that into a full combo. We'll see if he can do it. Oh, he does the teleport. That's a move that takes some skill to pull off. Yeah, but in the end, Eddie does take the round. Pillow Boy wins. One of the things I like about this game is all the interesting characters we have, and although Meitenkun isn't a character that I personally play, I think it's interesting that this game has a character like Meitenkun, which is a little bit more unorthodox, and kind of has a look which is a little bit different than most, and having a good variety of characters for people to choose from, I think is really important. No matter who you are, you could probably find something in this game you like. So we have an even match so far. We've got good defense by this Ryo here against Shermie. Shermie's normals, really strong. But strong defense, can block normals. They, don't do any chip damage or anything. That double dragon punch by Ryo is always really strong. Does a lot of damage. Oh, see Shermie using those grabs. That's the thing. Ryo, he's got strong defense, but against these grabs, he's slow. The way to deal with these grabs is to roll or to jump. Ryo's fairly slow, so doesn't have a lot of defense against that.
Burn to fight. Ready? Go!
See, Shermie could cut through some of those projectiles with her EX moves, but Eddie was putting the pressure on. Shermie's down. And I would say it's so much easier to just be watching a match and commenting it rather than actually playing. Players are in the hot seat. They've got to make these decisions in split seconds, whereas we can have the luxury of looking at what people did and trying, and saying, well, they should have done this, they should have done that. Got Yashiro coming in, pounding hard, and convert to a lot of damage off one hit. I think it's safe to say that, a lot of people feel that Meitenkun can sometimes be a bit frustrating to fight against, so I bet you there's a little bit of enjoyment here, this Yashiro pounding him. But it's all in good fun. Got Meitenkun throwing out that charge. We're seeing Galland a little bit ahead. One thing about these league matches is we're finding people are adapting as the match goes on. It's hard to just use the same playstyle throughout the whole thing. You, Geese. Alright, we're gonna have to see. If Galland's predictable, then Geese might be able to get some counters off. Geese has 4 bars, let's see what he can do with that. He has an unblockable climax, I believe. An unblockable grab climax. If Galland's not careful, if he sits still, he might be able to pull that off. Geese has got 5 bars. I can really see Eddie's skill with Geese here. All the labbing's paid off. It's not a terribly super easy character to use, but you can see that Eddie's really put in the lab time on Geese to get good. But now we've got Galland's Elisabeth. Very strong neutral. Very strong ability to convert hits into damage. We're gonna have to see how this goes. Elisabeth with 4 bars. Oh, but misses. Misses the combo, drops it. I can sympathize for dropping a combo, but it makes me feel better about myself sometimes. These good players do it sometimes, so.
That was a nail biter. Keep an eye on this matchup.
Geese super. I believe Geese actually has 2 climaxes. So he's got one that and one other. So I'd been assuming he would be going for that grab, but he went for the other one instead. Some of those grabs like that, Mai's Kagero no Mai, you can basically use them kind of like super dragon punches, which if you mess up is a huge waste of meter, but can still do it that way. So we're going in with Eddie. Has 2 wins versus Galland's 1 win. This is FT10, first person to 10 takes it. I really like Shermie's basic anti-air, just the 2C. You know, 2C is one of the most basic anti-airs in this game, but I don't know, hers is just really nice. I don't know why. It just feels like you can pretty easily anti-air people with it for whatever reason. She just kind of sticks up her hand and knocks you out. Alright, got Ryo taking that first round. Ryo's one of those characters that, you know, he's probably kind of similar to, you know, another franchise you might be familiar with, Street Fighter, you know, Ryu. So if you're coming from that game, I think Ryo is kind of similar, although not exactly the same. He doesn't have a normal fireball, you know, you have to use his powered EX version to make it like a normal fireball. The strength of that double dragon punch, that hurts really bad. Alright, got Yashiro coming in. Yeah, we're definitely seeing Eddie pull ahead a little bit of Galland.
Ready? Go!
Oh, look at this really skillful parry by Ryo there, just blocking Elisabeth from coming in. We're gonna have to see if Elisabeth can approach. If she can, I mean, she's got 4 bars. If she can get past that defense. Oh, deadly cross up by Ryo there. Goodness, we're really seeing a really dominant Ryo this round. Well, the good news for Elisabeth is that it doesn't have a lot of power right now.
This competitor is too strong. Can anyone stop them? Winner!
So we're seeing Eddie pull ahead 3-1. Both players going with the same match, same roster. So keep in mind during these league matches you do have 3 alts. Haven't had a lot of league matches yet. This is only our second one, but we are seeing people not using them a whole lot so far. I think sometimes when you're in a competitive situation, and I mean this is not an ultra competitive situation, you know, this is a flexible league that we just kind of run at people's schedules. But we do see people sticking kind of with characters they're comfortable with. I'm usually commenting most of these matches, but sometimes when I play, I kind of think about, you know, what would people like to see? Who would people like to see unorthodox characters? Like, you know, I play Angel, I play Isla, characters which aren't, you know, often seen in streams and that. So, I won't make any claims to, you know, the quality of those 2 characters, but sometimes it's fun to just kind of throw those out there, even if you're playing in competitive events. But definitely if you want to win, I mean, you need to go with the characters that you feel strongest with. So we're seeing Eddie's Ryo doing a lot of work this game. It almost feels like maybe perhaps Eddie has made some reads or picked up on something here. Really strong players can do that. They can, through a match, they can figure out what the other player is trying to do and pinpoint their weaknesses. And, you know, that's kind of what makes this game interesting and great. It's often, you know, it's not really about the character versus character, it's about the person versus the person. Like, you know, I have a habit of jumping a lot, you know, too much and putting myself in dangerous situations. And, you know, my opponents pick up on that pretty quickly. Seeing Yashiro able to close out, but losing quite a bit of life. He's got 4 bar though. That's enough to delete Meitenkun pretty easily if Yashiro can get past all of that zoning. And I have to see, can Yashiro get past the defensive? Oh, Meitenkun takes it. Elisabeth with 5 bar. We're gonna have to see if she can convert this to damage. Eddie's defense has been so strong that Galland has been having difficulty converting to damage. Elisabeth definitely did some damage to him there. We're gonna have to see, can he do it? And he does it in a super beautiful combo. That execution, beautiful. Galland takes it. We're going in with Elisabeth with almost full life now. Elisabeth has the best wing quotes. One of our members actually translated that for us recently, so now we know what Elisabeth is saying. She's saying you need pride and heart. Pride and belief to defeat me, and I will always have heart. Elisabeth versus Geese. Both people sitting on pretty good amounts of meter here. Oh, this is a close match. I can't tell which way this one's gonna go. We're gonna have to see, but do know that that Geese is really strong on defense. Oh, what a move! That's an unbelievable move by Elisabeth. The teleport into this combo might have just taken it. Oh my god! Now that was some KOF right there. That was incredible.
All eyes are on the winner of that fierce fight. Winner!
This match is really showcasing the strength of our community here at FGCB KOF. We've definitely got some very strong players here.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
Got a little bit of a freeze there. We've got Shermie going up against Ryo. Ryo's been pretty dominant these last few sets in the first round. We're going to have to see if Shermie can turn it around. Shermie is a very strong point. We're going to have to see if Galland can start doing it, and I think possibly using some of her unblockable grabs might be a good way of getting past Ryo's turtling and defense. I think Galland's been picking up on that. It's really hard to do standard normals against this Ryo. He's very defensive. I'm not sure if Ryo's parry will be able to parry the grab, but the parry is too fast for anything to be done about. To see if Shermie chooses to use that EX grab. Beautiful run up. We're seeing Ryo being a little bit ahead here right now. Wow, this is a really close match. Shermie's got it, converting to super. That closes it out.
Player 2 takes an early lead. Ready?
We're gonna have to see how Shermie does against Meitenkun. Does Shermie have some tools that grab? Meitenkun is going to have to adapt. Use a move too much, your opponent gets used to it, but the threat is always there, and the threat is what makes people adapt.
Ready? Go!
Yashiro doing quite a bit of work this round so far. He managed to get that cross up in. Doesn't take a lot. Yashiro's just got to get one hit in, and you basically take off a half of your life bar if he's got meter. We're going to see it happen again now. We're seeing Galland pull ahead now. Very even league match so far here. We're going to have to see who comes out on top. Geese, 4 bars, 2 choices of climax. If you think about that, that's really good. It not only lets him have the read, if he gets a good read, he can do that unblockable climax, but he's also got that Raging Storm, which, like I said before, I mean, I think of that as kind of like a super Dragon Punch. Your opponent's aggressive, and you know, this is King of Fighters, everybody is aggressive. Can punish that aggression. Oh, beautiful cross up. Oh, he sure lands the cross up. Geese has meter. Can he counter this Yashiro aggression? He does it. Geese has 5 bar, but Elisabeth doesn't need a lot of bar to do huge damage, so we're going to see how this goes down. And Liz with that overhead move, the one that was actually nerfed in the last balance patch because it was too powerful, closes out this round. We've got an even 3-3 here. We're seeing Galland has adapted to Eddie's style so far, but Eddie is going to keep adapting too, so we're going to see how this goes.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
We're seeing Eddie pull ahead this round. Shermie does not have any sort of Dragon Punch or anything like that. I mean, she does have the 2C, which I was talking about before, but if you pressure her, I feel like she doesn't have a lot that she can do. Her offense is fearsome, but her defense kind of so-so. So we're seeing Eddie, Ryo pull ahead this time, but we've seen the damage that Galland's Yashiro can do. Really strong defense by Ryo here. Oh, it goes for the cross-up, but he gets thrown. Beautiful play by Eddie there, keeping him out. I'm just guessing that Eddie might be trying to play a little bit defensively now. He knows he's got the lead here. Just needs to wait for Galland to mess up on offense and punish. Ooh, that's Zenmitsu. Oh! It's pretty even between these two, but Eddie does have that character lead. Galland's still got a chance if he can land a few hits on Meitenkun. Really difficult to get in on a Meitenkun if he wants to keep you out though. Lands the cross up. A lot of damage, but not a lot of meter really. I've got Meitenkun surviving. He's coming into the next round with some meter. I mean, with some extra life, I'm sorry, being added. That, in addition to having character in reserve, means that Galland's Elisabeth is going to have to do a lot of work this round to be able to close this out. And have to see, will Galland's Liz go for that cross-up? Convert to damage. It's definitely an uphill climb for Galland's Liz, but we've seen the strength of this Elisabeth. We've seen the teleport into combo that he skillfully did. He's definitely got a chance here. We see him go for it again. Oh, and does it again! Unbelievable skill by Elisabeth.
You. Final round. Ready? Go!
Now we're seeing it dead even. Elisabeth definitely pulled off a lot of good stuff that round, but we've seen the strength of Eddie's Geese. We know Eddie's Geese is capable of the defense. If Eddie can get back on the initiative and take this back. Oh! Quick max though. But didn't make full use of it. We're seeing Geese doing a little bit of zoning here. Geese sitting on 4 bars. Geese has got several climax options, we'll see. Galland's Elisabeth advancing aggressively, trying to penetrate that defense. Haven't seen a lot of counter being used this round by Geese. It's not the easiest thing in the world to pull off. But strong footsies by Elisabeth, she's got the bonus. And Galland's Elisabeth takes the round.
That was a nail biter. Keep an eye on this matchup. Winner!
Okay, we're going in 4-3. Everybody keeping the same lineup, figuring that it's been working for well, and you know this match has been pretty even so far, so this seems to be a good strategy to me. Sometimes picking some of your alts can throw your opponent off though.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
I'm seeing Shermie trying to take the offense here. I think we've seen in the past few matches that when Ryo goes on the offense against Shermie, it's really hard for her to deal with it. It's really hard for her to keep him out if he gets in close. Oh, beautiful grab. Shermie definitely pulled ahead that round. Oh, beautiful play.
Stand your ground. Ready? Go!
We're seeing Shermie struggle to get in against this Meitenkun. I wasn't sure who Eddie would bring in this round. I thought he might bring in Yuri. I know he's been experimenting with Yuri recently. But I also know that he wasn't happy with Yuri's weak anti-air, and I'm a Yuri player, and that's definitely true. Seeing both competitors come in here at 2-bar. 3 bars now with Yashiro. He could definitely do a lot of damage here if he can convert. That charge, really hard to deal with. You've got to be waiting for it. Yashiro's full fury, no match for Meitenkun's blocking. So we're seeing Eddie pull ahead now. This match is pretty amazing. We saw Galland pull ahead, now we're seeing Eddie pull ahead. It just goes to show you how strongly matched these competitors are. And the skill that they're using to adapt to each other on the fly. Elisabeth sitting on 4-bar can definitely put the hurt on though. But she has to get in. She doesn't have a lot of tools to get in on people. She's got to do the old-fashioned way, you know, jumping in. Using just old-fashioned neutral and footsies to get in. Doesn't have a lot of tricks. Not using the reflector too much. Oh, beautiful quick max by Elisabeth. I love Elisabeth's climax, the arrow of light going straight through you. Elisabeth pulling ahead. But Geese has got a huge amount of life. We're gonna have to see if Geese... There it is! Geese got the grab!
That was a nail biter! Keep an eye on this matchup! Winner!
We're seeing Eddie pull ahead. I think we're at 4-4 now. Pretty amazing how close this is.
Round 1, ready, go!
Once again, we've got this tense standoff between Ryo and Shermie here. We've seen this play out multiple ways. We've seen Ryo getting in close and overpowering Shermie, but we've also seen Shermie grabbing Ryo, knocking him down, comboing him, crossing him up. And we're gonna have to see how this goes. We do see Ryo pulling ahead right now. Looks like Ryo's been getting the superior reads on Shermie right now. But Ryo was cornered there. Seeing Ryo being very dominant right now, just able to keep him out, but Shermie has that unblockable grab. So Galland knows what he's doing. He's probably not trying to use that grab too much, because if you use it too much, they start expecting it. Best to just kind of throw it in randomly. We've seen Shermie really close the gap here. It looked pretty one-sided here, but we're seeing Shermie really close the gap here. I think sometimes in this game you just have to not look at your life bar for a second and just always play your best, because sometimes you can be almost dead and completely decimate your opponent's health bar.
Round 2, ready, go!
Seeing Ryo coming in with a pretty good amount of life. Seeing Ryo do quite a bit of damage there, but unsafe there, which let Yashiro do some massive damage.
And we're tied up. Now or never.
So on our meta, we've seen Meitenkun show up here with Eddie playing him, and our nickname for him is Pillow Boy, which is pretty appropriate, I think. Pretty unorthodox character, pretty difficult to fight against. Gotta bait out that DP. Deal with those pillows. Got Yashiro trying to cross him up. Yashiro playing very cautiously, trying not to get hit by that dragon punch. Oh, and he throws him. Throws him again. Yashiro counter with that punch. Meitenkun pull ahead, but we've got Elisabeth coming in with, I believe, probably more than 3.5 bars. Can definitely do a lot of damage. You've seen the strength of Galland's Elisabeth. He's got 4 bars.
Round 4. Ready? Go!
Once again with the pillow teleport, but this time Meitenkun was prepared for it. It's been used a couple times. We've seen Galland adapt to it by just keeping his distance. You know he's got the life lead. He just needs to keep Elisabeth away. Got Elisabeth with 5 bars though. That EX pillow is so fast. Liz has a reflector. We're not really seeing Galland use the reflector much this game, which is interesting. It's a strategic decision on his part, I'm sure. I wonder if it would have helped. We're gonna have to see. Elisabeth can close in against that Geese. It's going to be pretty hard. Eddie's Geese is not difficult to get in on or to cross up or do any sort of damage to. We see Eddie pulling ahead that round to 5-4. Everybody just keeping their teams.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
We're seeing Galland making more use of that unblockable grab, which I think is a really great decision on his part. That dash grab is really strong with Shermie, and it really is bad news for Ryo, who tends to kind of be defensive and stand waiting for things. He's definitely got options against it. Eddie go into combo here. We're seeing it be pretty even here right now. We've got a tense standoff. Shermie gonna go for the grab. You see that Galland was attempting to go for that grab with Shermie, but Ryo was able to keep him out.
Burn to fight. Ready? Go!
You're saying Ryo successfully keeping out this Yashiro.
time, evening the score.
As we know, Galland can do a lot of damage with that Yashiro, but this Meitenkun is really hard to get on and do anything against, honestly, if you're trying. So far we're seeing Meitenkun successfully keeping out Yashiro. Meitenkun has a life lead, it's really hard to get on him and do damage.
This is match point for player one.
あなたの生き様見せてもらいましょう。
Burn to fight. Ready? Go!
いやよ
Galland's Elisabeth sitting on 3 bars. Could be pretty bad for Eddie, potentially, if he can get it going. Complete all of his combos. Meitenkun just has to play defensively, though. Just chipping away Liz's health.
Final round! Time to go big or go home!
お分かり
You. Final round. Ready? Go!
輝く舞い上がれまだまだまだまだ甘いわまだまだまだ無駄よ
Shifuga.
Seeing Eddie pull ahead once again that round. We are seeing Eddie taking a pretty significant lead over Galland. We're going to have to see if Galland mixes it up. I know Galland has a very strong Athena that he might choose to bring in. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if he does that right now. But he doesn't. Sticking with his team.
Round one. Ready? Go!
Once again, we're seeing Galland's Shermie pulling ahead a little bit here. Got to see if Shermie can get rid of Ryo fast enough. But Ryo's punishing, he's punishing really effectively on that. Doing a lot of damage. Shermie going into super. This one's looking ahead, this one's looking up for him. We have to see if Shermie can do well against Meitenkun or not.
Round two. Ready? Go!
'We'll have to see if Shermie can get in on Meitenkun. He's got so much defense, you know, so many ways of putting you out. He's got the charge grab, he's got that floating kick dash, punches. It can be really difficult just trying to get on him.
Player one wastes no time evening the score. Ready, go!
痛いぞ痛いぞうりゃ痛いぞいくぞ勝負痛いぞ痛いぞあった
High level technique on display here.
痛いぞいくぞふかふかくらい
Seeing Meitenkun.
痛いぞいくぞ勝負痛いぞいくぞ痛いぞ
We're seeing a very even match here right now.
いくぞほや
Seeing Meitenkun pull ahead in just by a little bit. Got Elisabeth coming in though, can definitely do quite a bit of damage. She'll be coming in with 3 bars. 3 bars is enough for QM combos and all sorts of stuff, but probably doesn't want to. He's probably going to save his meter for Geese. Meter management is so important in this game. You want to try to avoid dumping excess meter if you can avoid it. Yeah, we do see him being conservative,
Neither side is giving an inch.
just doing enough damage
プライドを失う
while saving
お分かり
4 meter.
You. Final round. Ready, go!
やっまだやつられ押す押す加速するわつられ
Elisabeth did get the damage. Oh my goodness.
ブラントルシュの光受ければいいわ
Full meter dump by Elisabeth. 800 damage combo. That hurt really bad. Geese is going to try to come back now. We'll see if he can do it. Geese is sitting on quite a bit of meter too. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. We're still close right now. It's anybody's match. Oh, but Elisabeth takes it with the throw. Galland's turning it around.
Stellar fight!
We're sitting at 5-6.
Winner!
私としてここまで追い込まれてしまうわ
We're pausing a bit here. Oh, we're choosing to fight again with the same teams.
Round 1. Ready, go!
We got a comment from the chat from Galland saying Athena has a place in his heart. Well, maybe he's saving her for the very end then? For the grand finale? Or saving her from... We've seen that Eddie does not like playing against Athena for whatever reason. And even my Athena, who is, I won't claim to be a champion player or anything, seems to do fairly decently against him, so...
KO! Player 1 takes an early lead.
But we're definitely seeing Eddie pull ahead that time with Ryo.
Ready, go!
Seeing a 10 standoff, we're seeing Ryo able to keep Yashiro's offense out for now. Yashiro pushing back that offense. Ryo coming back on defense. That little flash of blue you saw was guard point. Yashiro's got armor on some of his moves. Seeing Ryo pull ahead. Galland's gonna come back now with his Yashiro being a little bit refreshed into this round. So I think it's definitely anyone's match right now. We'll just have to see whether he's figured out the puzzle of Meitenkun, whether he can get past all that zoning. Which is not an easy task. Yashiro's charging overhead into combo! Unbelievable. But Yashiro was definitely the underdog in that round, and Meitenkun has pulled ahead again. We're going to have to see if Elisabeth can do enough work to make it up for Galland.
Stand your ground. Ready? Go!
We're seeing Meitenkun actually go on the offensive here instead of the defensive. I think Eddie feels fairly comfortable. Feels fairly comfortable with approach right now. He's got the life lead. Galland's Elisabeth going into combo again. Meitenkun has just a little bit of life left. Again, able to repel Elisabeth. Meitenkun is just going away. Oh, beautiful reflect! You can see the skill of that, being able to reflect that ultra fast EX pillow. But Liz has definitely got some work to here if he wants to get past Eddie's Geese. Geese sitting on 4 bar. Probably going for the grab climax. Liz turtles it all here. Eddie's going to pull off that grab climax and end it. Galland probably knows that though. Oh, you can see him trying to go for a grab. I don't know if that was the grab climax. And Eddie takes it. He's up 7-5 now. He's got a commanding lead. We're going to have to see, will Galland bring out the Taina? Everybody just going with their same teams again.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
Okay, Ryo taking the offensive this round. Shermie coming in on offense. Seeing a little bit of rollback here. We've got a little bit of a technical slowdown here once in a while, but overall, very good. Oof, beautiful cross up by Shermie. Shermie did not have the bar to convert that to super though. That would have hurt a lot if he had. Seeing very even play here between the two. Seeing Eddie.
Round 2. Ready? Go!
Meitenkun with that DP. Galland is ahead.
We're tied up. Stand your ground. Ready? Go! Mori!
Seeing it fairly even so far here. We're gonna have to see, can Yashiro get in past that zoning? And he does it! Beautiful, lands that cross up, goes for it. Meitenkun is hurting now, he lands it again. Meitenkun does some defense. Can Meitenkun go back on the offense? And take the round. That charging overhead from Yashiro does a lot of work. It's really strong against a character like Meitenkun, and I think Galland's figured out that that's the key. That's how to beat Meitenkun. Use that charging overhead.
Neither side is giving an inch.
あなたの生き様見せてもらいましょう。
Final round. Ready? Go!
We see Eddie trying to go for that parry with Geese. Haven't seen a lot of it this game. For whatever reasons, haven't seen Geese going for a lot of parries this game. But we did see him trying to use it there. And really strong move, possibly well timed, could be useful here. Trying to even match, we're seeing Geese with 5, Liz with 3, but Elisabeth doesn't need a lot to do a ton of damage. Geese takes that round with his level 3 climax super raging storm. Seeing Eddie pull ahead 8-5. Going into the next round, everybody's just keeping their same characters.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
Seeing Ryo land that cross up. Seeing Shermie trying to hurt Ryo. We're seeing Ryo pull ahead quite a bit this round though.
Player 2 won't give up that easy. Now or never. Ready? Go!
We're seeing, can Yashiro make up for that loss of Shermie in the first round? Seeing Ryo do quite a lot of work this game on point. This whole matchup has definitely got me rethinking Ryo's effectiveness on point versus Anchor. Thing about point versus Anchor is you can do less on point, but your opponent can too, so it's always interesting to see, like, how does that match up? We're seeing very dominant Ryo here. Seeing Elisabeth coming in. Can Elisabeth take down this Ryo? Elisabeth going in with those deep jumps at JD. Elisabeth, very strong normals, in addition to being able to do a lot of damage off a combo. Oh, but we are seeing this Ryo this round is just on fire. Only has a sliver of health yet. It's going to be hard to keep Elisabeth out.
Player 2 finally takes the round.
Elisabeth takes it. Galland's got the uphill climb here. He's got to take out Meitenkun and Geese with his Elisabeth.
Stand your ground. Ready, go!
Elisabeth has got to get in against Meitenkun. We're seeing Meitenkun go into climax. Not sure if that's a grab or if that's something different, just a Ranbu type. We're seeing Eddie pull ahead that round to 9 wins now.
Smiles upon the winner.
So we've got our next match showing up. And now it's time. It's time for Athena, I think.
Select members. This year's Dream Match kicks off with an absolutely stacked lineup. Select.
Oh, there she is. Oh, the bringing in Athena this time changes up everything. We're gonna have to see what happens here.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Whole game just changed here, bringing Athena in on point. Let's see if Eddie can adapt to this. Eddie makes jokes about being Athena being a pain for him, but the reality is Eddie is a very strong player and most likely can adapt to Athena. We're seeing Ryo's parry being used. These league matches are always interesting when people bring in their alts. I think one of the things about Kings of Fighters that makes it a great game is all the different characters you have and all the possible matchups and all their interactions. Anybody who knows this game will tell you there's a lot of things common between each character. I mean, some people say it can be up to 80%, but there's definitely a lot of flavor in between all of the characters too. Well, we're seeing Athena having put in a good amount of work that time, but unable to take out that point Ryo, who's been very strong this game.
Round 2. Ready, go!
We're really seeing Ryo being very dominant this game. It's not clear to me, possibly Eddie has made some sort of reads on his opponent which are allowing him to get ahead like this. We're fairly along in the set. At the ends of the set, people are picking up on the patterns of their opponent. This game is all about learning and downloading your opponent's strategies and adapting yourself. And that's what we're seeing in these matches. We're seeing adaptation is the key. But we are seeing Elisabeth coming in with 4 bars. I love seeing Galland's Elisabeth in play, and that's probably because I play Elisabeth. I've been playing her for probably 6 months or so, and I just really love the character, and I love Galland's gameplay with Elisabeth. Just his skillful neutral, his cross-ups, his combos. We're seeing going into that running 2B. Elisabeth sitting on 5 bars. See, can Elisabeth do it? Can Elisabeth convert those 5 bars into damage? But we're seeing Meitenkun pull ahead. Meitenkun can pull the defense now. Oh, nice teleport, but was unable to convert it to damage. And with that, we are done. The league match between Eddie, Anguiano, and Galland has completed, with Eddie Anguiano pulling ahead to 10. Thanks everybody for watching this video. This is Ash, one of the SNK leaders here at FGC Boomers. It's been great, and I will end this recording now, and I hope that someday you join us to play some KOF and learn all about this great game. Signing off, bye for now.